King Solomon's hidden sin. What turned him away from God? As we delve into the life of King Solomon, we find a figure of immense complexity and contradiction. Solomon, the son of David, ascended to the throne of Israel during a time of unprecedented peace and prosperity. His reign is often remembered for its remarkable achievements, including the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem, which became a central place of worship for the Israelites. Solomon's wisdom was legendary. He was known for his ability to render fair judgments and solve disputes, earning him the respect and admiration of people far and wide. However, this same Solomon, who began his reign with such promise, would later become a cautionary tale of how power and temptation can lead one astray. Solomon's wisdom was not just a gift, it was a divine blessing. When he became king, he famously asked God for wisdom to govern his people rather than for wealth or long life. This request pleased God, who granted him unparalleled wisdom, along with riches and honor. Under Solomon's rule, Israel flourished economically and culturally. The kingdom expanded its trade routes, and the wealth that flowed into the nation was staggering. Solomon's court became a center of learning and culture, attracting scholars, artisans, and dignitaries from around the world. Yet, amidst this wealth and wisdom, there lay a hidden danger, a gradual drift away from the very God who had blessed him. In the early years of his reign, Solomon demonstrated a deep commitment to God. He built altars, offered sacrifices, and sought to follow God's commandments. His devotion was evident in the way he led the nation, emphasizing justice and righteousness. However, as his power grew, so did his ambitions. Solomon's desire to solidify his reign and ensure peace led him to make political alliances through marriage, which would ultimately become a significant turning point in his life. The construction of the temple in Jerusalem marked a pivotal moment in Solomon's reign. This magnificent structure was not only a place of worship, but also a symbol of God's presence among his people. The temple was designed with intricate details and housed the Ark of the Covenant, representing the covenant between God and Israel. Its completion was celebrated with great fanfare, and Solomon dedicated it with heartfelt prayers, asking God to bless the people and to dwell among them. This monumental achievement solidified Solomon's relationship with God and was seen as a testament to his faithfulness. However, the very success that brought him closer to God also set the stage for his eventual downfall. As Solomon expanded his kingdom, he entered into numerous marriages with foreign princesses, seeking to forge alliances and secure peace. These political marriages, while strategic, had profound implications for Israel. The foreign wives brought with them their customs, beliefs, and, most importantly, their gods. Solomon's heart, once devoted solely to the God of Israel, began to be swayed by the allure of these foreign influences. The gradual introduction of foreign practices into Israelite society marked the beginning of a cultural shift that would have devastating consequences. The marriages that Solomon entered into were not merely personal choices. They represented a compromise of faith. As he welcomed these foreign princesses into his court, he also opened the door to their gods. The worship of Ashtoreth, a goddess of fertility, and Molech, associated with child sacrifice, began to infiltrate the hearts of the people. Solomon, who had once been a beacon of faith, found himself caught in a web of cultural exchange that blurred the lines of his devotion. The danger of compromise became evident as Solomon's values shifted. leading him further away from the God he once served with fervor. The drift into idolatry was not an abrupt fall, but rather a gradual decline. Solomon's heart, once fully devoted to God, began to waver as he participated in the worship of foreign gods. He built high places, elevated sites for idol worship, where sacrifices were made to these deities. This act was not only a betrayal of his covenant with God, but also a direct violation of the commandments given to the Israelites. The high places became symbols of Solomon's spiritual decline, as he allowed the very practices that God had condemned to take root in his kingdom. Despite the warnings given to him by God, Solomon continued down this path of idolatry. God had made it clear that turning away from him would lead to dire consequences. The consequences of Solomon's actions were not limited to his personal life. They reverberated throughout the nation of Israel. God's anger was kindled, and he prophesied that the kingdom would be divided as a result of Solomon's unfaithfulness. The once unified nation would soon face internal strife and conflict, all stemming from the choices made by its king. The impact of Solomon's sin extended beyond his reign, affecting the future of Israel. The kingdom, once a symbol of unity and strength, would fracture into two separate entities: the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. This division led to a series of conflicts and power struggles that would plague the nation for generations. Solomon's legacy, once marked by wisdom and prosperity, became intertwined with the consequences of his choices, leaving a lasting impact on the people he had once led with such promise. In his later years, Solomon reflected on his life and the choices he had made. The book of Ecclesiastes offers a glimpse into his thoughts, revealing a man grappling with regret and the futility of his pursuits. Despite his wealth and wisdom, Solomon recognized the emptiness that accompanied a life turned away from God. His reflections serve as a poignant reminder of the dangers of straying from one's faith and the importance of maintaining a close relationship with God. The story of Solomon carries profound theological implications. It illustrates the nature of sin as a gradual process rather than a sudden fall. Solomon's journey from devotion to idolatry serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of vigilance in one's spiritual life. The need for accountability in spiritual leadership is underscored, highlighting the dangers of unchecked power and the ease with which one can be led astray. Solomon's life invites us to reflect on our own faith journeys and the compromises we may face in our pursuit of success and influence. As we consider the legacy of Solomon, we are reminded of the complexity of human nature. His early wisdom stands in stark contrast to his later folly, illustrating the delicate balance between faithfulness and temptation. Solomon's life serves as a cautionary tale for future generations, warning against the dangers of straying from God and the consequences that can follow. His story has influenced literature, art, and religious thought throughout history, serving as a reminder of the importance of remaining steadfast in one's faith. In conclusion, the life of King Solomon is a powerful narrative of both triumph and tragedy. His hidden sin, rooted in compromise and idolatry, ultimately led to his downfall and the division of a once unified kingdom. As we reflect on the key themes of Solomon's story, we are encouraged to examine our own lives and the importance of maintaining a strong relationship with God. The grace of God offers hope and the possibility of redemption even after falling into sin. For those interested in learning more, about King Solomon and his story. There are numerous resources available for further reading. Engaging with discussion questions can also deepen our understanding of the themes presented in Solomon's life. We invite you to subscribe for more content on biblical stories and lessons that resonate with our lives today. As we conclude, we acknowledge the production team that brought this story to life and the sources that informed our exploration of Solomon's journey. We encourage you, our viewers, to share your thoughts and insights in the comments section, fostering a community of reflection and learning. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of King Solomon, a story that continues to speak to us across the ages.